Hello everyone, Rae here, welcome back. A story coming out of South Africa is that the Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini recently passed on Friday 12th. He was in the hospital admitted and was being treated for diabetic related illnesses. Prince Buthelezi, who is the traditional prime minister of the Zulu kingdom, confirmed the news. So King Zwelithini was crowned as the 8th king of the Zulu kingdom since 1971. He has been a king for the last 50 years and at that time he was only 23 years old. He was born on 14th July 1948, so he was only 72 years old, and he was born in a place called Nangoma in KwaZulu Natal. He is survived by 6 wives and 28 children. During the late 1980s and early 1990s, King Goodwill played a unifying role and saved the country from tribal wars as the apartheid regime was sponsoring black-on-black violence. He became a king for everyone, and his voice gave everyone in KwaZulu-Natal a sense of belonging. He was also a very strong advocate for maintaining and preserving the culture of the Zulu people. So throughout his 50-year reign, he revived many cultural practices, including the reed dance. The ceremony is aimed to celebrate virginity of young girls and women, but also raise awareness for HIV and AIDS. And of course, in the days when South Africa was struggling with still HIV and AIDS, he went on to order every Zulu man to go for circumcision, because circumcision, as we all know, health-wise, helps to reduce the rate at which the virus can spread from one person to another. He was one of the most well-known kings on the African continent, and he ruled under the traditional leadership clause of South Africa's Republican Constitution, and his role was largely ceremonial. But he led a group of 11 million people, because the Zulu people is the largest ethnic group within South Africa, and they are about 18% of South Africa's population. But he also had links to the Swazi people. One of his wife was from Swaziland or Eswatini, and also through the Xhosa, people as well. King Zwelithini was a direct descendant of King Sechowayo, King Dingane, and Shaka Zulu, who were some of the most courageous anti-colonial warriors of the Zulu kingdom that we remember from our history. And upon his death, as Zulu warriors, traditional leaders, hospital staff, and members of the public sang, danced, ululated as the body of him left the hospital to Nangoma in KwaZulu-Natal, which is his home, where he is going to be laid to rest. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa declared that the late king will be accorded an official state funeral. He also authorized that the national flag of South Africa be flown at half-mast from Saturday 13th until the evening of the funeral service. Also extended his condolences to the royal family and the people of KwaZulu-Natal. And in a tweet, I'm going to quote how he described the king. He said, "His Majesty will be remembered as a much-loved visionary monarch who made an important contribution to cultural identity, national unity, and economic development in KwaZulu-Natal, and through this, the development of our country as a whole." According to Prince Buthelezi, who is the Prime Minister of the Zulu Kingdom, the king will not lay in state for public viewing, and his funeral will also not be open to the public to attend, unfortunately, because of the current guidelines that are on in South Africa. But instead it will be broadcast online so that people can honor their king from their homes. And it is not yet clear who is going to succeed him as the next king of the Zulu kingdom, because his eldest son and heir to the throne, Prince Lethukuthula Zula, died last year in November. So it's up to the Zulu kingdom to sit down and find who is going to be the next king among his 27 remaining children, because he had 28. It's quite a sad story for the people of KwaZulu-Natal and other people of the Zulu kingdom in South Africa, but may his soul rest in eternal peace. Check out my YouTube channel at Rae Kembabazi, my Twitter _ at Rae Kembabazi, and we shall see you on the next story.